Hi everybody and welcome back to some more MotoGP 17 here on this channel. I'm KPG-GOONER here. Now in today's episode we're back on the rider career and we've got the Spanish GP and Aragon. Now this is a really challenging circuit and if you remember we're on the KTM now. So this could be really interesting to see how good this Moto2 KTM will handle this circuit. Because remember we do more laps. Are we going to have to change the tyres? Well, we're going to find out. Let's get straight into qualifying and see if we can get a good spot. So here we go. Right, so here we go with our qualifying laps. The time we need to get close to is a 152.1. So let's see if we can get close to that. I might only just do one qualifying lap if I can get a decent enough time. So let's see what we can do. Now I haven't made any adjustments to the bike, so it's on the standard settings. But I am going to change the tyres for this race. Now in Aragon, in Spain, it's going to be a very, very hot race. And over 6 laps, I think the tyres will really get chewed up. So I might go with a different compound. Let's see what sort of time we can get first. As you always qualify on the soft tyres. Oh God, I overrun that corner. That wasn't very good. But we are up on the first checkpoint. Let's see if we can get to the second checkpoint. Still up on the time. Now this is a tricky section. Hopefully the front end on this bike won't be too bad. We know what the KTM Moto3 bike was like around sharp corners. It used to lose that front end, but that wasn't too bad. Right onto the apex there, trying to get a nice drive around that corner. Really difficult corner, that one. It feels a little bit awkward. A bit of reaction. Oh God, we've actually dropped a bit of time up that second checkpoint, so we have slowed down a bit. Right, get nice and tight into that section. That isn't too bad. And yeah, it doesn't feel too bad. I mean, I might tweak the setup a little bit. We will see. Let's see what time we can get. That's not too bad through there. We could have gone a little bit tighter. And again, just trying to maintain the speed. And yes, we're up on the time on that third checkpoint. So all is well. But the last corner is always a bugger. Now, the one thing I was worrying about on this circuit with the extra laps is when you get to the latter stages of the race and the tyres are really worn, coming into this corner here is going to be a major issue. So we're going to have to pick the right compounds to go into the race with. Right, that's not too bad. Hold it off the curve. Let's see if we can get a good, decent time. Oh, it's going to be close. And we got 5th. I think I'll take that. That's not too bad. Hopefully that stays. There's still another 15 minutes. Let's get into the end of the qualifying and see where we end up. Brilliant, guys. We actually stayed in 5th and we're not that far off if you look at the times. They're very close to the top 10. So let's get straight to the race, and I think I'm going to go with medium on the tyres. Hopefully that'll be okay. Let's get straight to it, guys. So here we go.
Hello from the Aragon circuit, and after the 2 events in Catalonia and Jerez, the series returns to Spain for the 14th race of the Moto2 World Championship. The weather is fine and the temperature is perfect for racing, so we're just waiting to find out which riders have opted for hard tyres and which have gone for the soft. Just a few more seconds for the race to start. Will those riders on the front row be able to make the most of their advantage? Will those pre-race nerves get the better of them?
Right, so here we go with the race. Now we're on the medium tyres, so I've got to be aware that there's not going to be as much grip as on the soft. So let's just try and take a steady start, try and get ourselves in a decent position and hopefully get on the podium. So let's see if we can get a good start. So we've got Spanish rider Marquez on pole, and I expect he's going to try and win this in front of the home crowd. Let's get a nice turn into that corner. Oh, that didn't feel too bad on the medium tyres. Let's just keep it nice and steady. Oh yes, just being a little bit of lack of grip as I tried to drive out that. And again, yes, they're definitely not as grippy, so we're going to have to take it nice and steady. Oh God, just clipped Marquez there. Got to be nice and steady. And my teammate Oliveira's managed to get up the inside. Can I get back up the inside of him? Right onto the apex, and I took this position back. So there you go. I'm not having none of this teammate business in this race. I want to be in front of you, so you stay behind. Right, let's just try and hold that into that turn. Right behind Marquez, and Morbidelli's taking the lead of this race. So it looks like it's going to be quite an interesting one. Right, let's just try and hold it through here, nice and steady. Try not to make any mistakes. Oh God, they all run wide there. Even Luti went onto the curb there, managed to get past Luti. Can I hold it? No, he's just budged me out onto the outside there. Oh, you absolute git. I hate it when that happens. Right, let's just try and hold the position and see if we can beat him on the brakes. We're just having a little bit of contact as we fight over the position into that turn, and I managed to hold it in behind Morbidelli and Marquez. Right, let's just try and keep up. We don't want to lose pace, because once those tyres start wearing down, if we're not up the front, we're going to really struggle to keep up. So we've got to try and fight back, and we've managed to take Morbidelli in that corner, so that was good. So we're in behind Marquez, and Marquez is putting on a bit of a show in front of the home crowd, which you expect, as he was the fastest in qualifying. So let's see if we can just maintain and stay with him. Right, I hate this corner. Let's just try and slow it down and see how much grip we have on these tyres around here. And oh god, he hesitated as well. So even the AI are struggling into that turn. Kept it nice and smooth, but Morbidelli, oh, he made a dive bomb up the inside, and he's back in front. I've got Luti sitting on my left shoulder, and I think he's going to beat me to the turn. Oh my god, there's contact with Morbidelli there. Oh, we were all stuck together there. Luckily I stayed on. Morbidelli stayed on as well, but so I think I just locked wheels, and my teammates just bloody mugged me in that corner. Oh, it's all going down here, but I've managed just to drive past him in that turn. Let's see if we can get back past Morbidelli. Oh, nice couple of corners there. Can we get Luti into this turn? Oh, got a little bit of contact with Luti there, but just managed to hold on to it, and I think he's going to get the position back. No, he didn't, but Morbidelli did. Oh, there's loads of little bits of budging here and there in this race, just trying to fight over positions in the turns, and I'm pretty sure Luti's going to get back past me in this turn. Let's just try and hold it on the outside here, as they're a little bit quicker, and my teammate again trying to shove me up the inside. Oh, he's really trying to be the best on the KTM here. He's not having none of it. I've got to try and just hold it into this turn, and I think Bassini's going to push us out wide as well, and my teammate got pushed out wide as well onto the curb, so we both got budged out off the track there, but we managed just to hold our positions, and I've dropped down to 6th position. Now I'm getting really far behind the leader Marquez, so I've got to try and push it a little bit more going into the next couple of laps. We can't afford to lose too many places, and we just managed to squeeze past Bassini there. Can we take Oliveira? Oh god, a little bit of contact of Bassini as he went into that turn, as he just tried to fight back for that position, but I managed to hold on to it. Right, let's just try and gain a bit of slipstream. We need to try and gap the other riders and just try and keep it a battle between a small group. Can we get past our teammates? Oh, we got the inside line, but I think he's still going to get a better drive up the hill. Yes, he is, and he's got a nice tight turn there. That's how you do it. That was a little bit better. Still not on the sort of pace that we need if we want to win this race. We are starting to lose a little bit of ground on the leaders, so we've got to try and just speed up slightly. Not too bad into that turn. Try and keep up the curb, because they're not very quick around these first couple of corners. They seem to struggle, especially in this right-hand turn here. Can we take advantage? Yes, he hesitated, so we managed to get past our teammates. Can we get past Luti? Let's get nice and tight into this left-hand turn. Can we get up the inside? Oh, we dive bombed in, but I think he's going to take position. No, just couldn't stop it quick enough. On the medium tyres, I just don't seem to have the grip, and I'm having to slow down a lot sooner into the turn as well. Let's try and take him in that turn. And again, no, Luti's having none of it. Oh my god, he had a little bit of a look there as well to say, what are you playing at? You're not taking this position. He wants to hold on to that podium position. Let's see if we can just try and be a little bit quicker through here. Got nice into the inside, and I've managed to get past Luti. Can I get Morbidelli in this turn? Let's try and keep it nice and tight. Onto the apex. Be careful. And this time I didn't get budged off over that curb this time, so that's worked out okay. So we're up to P3, which is a decent position to be in on the third lap. Let's see if we can just gain a little bit of time on Morbidelli through here, and see if we can slipstream along that long straight, and hopefully we can start gaining on Marquez. Right, let's try and hold it into there. Again, just braked a little bit too late and just suffered a little bit of a moment there. No, we've managed to stand it up, but we did lose a bit of time through there, and that's really cost us, and we're not in a decent distance to get slipstream, so that really has gone against me. I can't really afford to make those sort of mistakes, not in a race on a circuit that I'm not dominating on. Right, let's just try and hold it in this turn, try and keep it nice and smooth. I've got 2 or 3 bikes sitting behind me. I can't afford to lose any more positions, and we're going into the 4th lap, and we need to push and try and get a little bit closer to Morbidelli into this early part of this 4th lap. Right, let's just try and hold into that turn, and we've gone, oh god, I'm starting to feel a little bit of lack of grip now, although the tyres are not looking too bad, to be honest, but definitely as I slowed down there, didn't feel the grip as I tried to drive out that turn. We've just got to try and be aware of that. The medium tyres are just not as good as the softs. Right, let's just try and hold it into the turn. That's not too bad. Trying to be a little bit better, not full throttling out the corners, just trying to maintain a decent speed. And again, let's try and get nice and tight. That was much better, and that was a lot smoother. So we're managing just to hold a third place, and we're starting to gap the place behind us, which is good. And let's just try and close in on Morbidelli and Marquez. And again, they've gone out wide. They both went over the curb that time, and I've taken advantage, and I've got past Morbidelli, but can I take Marquez? Let's just try and hold it nice and smooth onto the corner there. That's not too bad. That was actually pretty good, and we've managed to gain a little bit of time on him. Can we take him in this next turn? Let's see if we can beat him on the brakes. Let's go up the inside. Come on, stop it, stop it, stop it. Oh, what a bloody pass that was. And we've got past Marquez. Fantastic. And we're into the lead on the full flap. Now we've just got to try and maintain it and try not to make any mistakes. Again, we've gone into there a little bit hot, but that doesn't matter. We've managed to turn it nicely into that turn. And now this is where it gets interesting, because they're going to slipstream me now. And I'm going to try and hold them on the outside if I can. Hold the inside line and try and get a good drive up the hill. Now the front tyre looks like it's wearing a little bit more than the rear, and let's just try. Oh no, he dive bombed me up the inside. That was actually a really good pass. Fair play to Marquez. Let's just try and stick with him. We know that we can keep up with him on the early parts of the circuit, so that's where we've got to try and make up our time. Let's just try and hold Morbidelli off. No, he's going to come up the inside. Let's just try and pull back, let him go past, and just try and hold that position. And again, just losing a little bit of grip and onto the curb, and that's going to cost us a little bit of a time. And we've dropped down to P3 again. Let's just try and hold it around here. We know we're better around this corner, and we've managed to take Morbidelli back, but can we get back past Marquez? This is where it's going to be really tricky. We can't keep on letting him get away here, so let's just try and hold it. Had to slam the brakes onto the curb, and again Morbidelli gets past. I just can't see, and again I've made another mistake. Oh no, really making silly errors here as the tyres are starting to wear down slightly. I am actually finding it very difficult to hold the really inside lines and really tight into the corners. I'm really struggling just to slow it down, and again really struggling to hold it into those corners. Right, let's just try and hold it nice and smooth through here. Just tried. Oh God, just made a mistake. Oh God, that hesitated slightly, went a little bit too much onto the curb there, and that really did cost me, but luckily I stayed on the bike, and I just need to relax. We've still got at least a lap or so to go, and we've still got plenty of time to maybe challenge for a better position than third. Right, let's keep it nice and steady, and that front tyre is definitely wearing down more than the rear, which is surprised because they're both on the medium compound. Right, it just shows that the front is working a lot harder than the rear. Right, let's just try and hold it into this section now. Can we just gain a little bit of time? I'm hoping to see them struggle onto these corners a little bit as well. Are they going to struggle? No, they're keeping it nice and tight. Let's just try and keep it nice and smooth. Try not to spin up that rear, because that is going to really be a real problem. And again, just losing a slight bit of grip into that turn. And now we've dropped back. Right, we go into the final lap. Now it's all down to this lap. Can I get past these two? And again, oh God, just try. Yeah, that was a little bit better there. We managed to stay off the curb. Now let's just try and push it a little bit more on this lap. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer. We need to make up the time through here. And there was a bit of hesitation by Marquez there. Can we take advantage? And we're right behind both of them. Can we take the position? No, not close enough to get past in that turn, but right behind him. And Morbidelli's taken Marquez. And Servoy, I've got past Marquez. Fantastic. That's not going to go down with the home crowd, but can I get past Morbidelli? Oh God, just trying to get him up the inside. And I've just managed to get past him. Oh God, that was a bit of a risk, but I went for it and I've got past. But I'm pretty sure they're going to try and get past through here. Got to be nice and good on the brakes. Just keep it nice and smooth. And yes, I've managed to get through there. Okay, now them two are going to battle over positions behind me, and I've just got to try and concentrate and trying to hold it nice and tight around here and just keep them on the outside, and I've managed to do that nicely. Right, I can't afford to make any mistakes through here. Now both tyres are pretty worn now, so we've got to make sure that we don't overdo it. Went into there okay. That was actually pretty decent. That felt very good. Right, try and hold it nice and smooth through here. We've still got a rider sitting right behind us, so we can't afford any more mistakes. Right, through there, don't lose it. Nice and tight through there, backing off the... Yes, that was pretty good. That was actually quite smooth through there. didn't get a reaction at all, and we've managed to pull away. Now it's all down to this last turn, and we have got a little bit of a lead here. Can we hold it on this last turn and take a victory in Spain around this Aragon circuit? Don't spin up that rear. No, we've done all right. Just keep it nice and smooth. They are going to be quicker than us, but we've just got to keep it nice and steady. That was nicely done, and I think we're going to have the speed, and we're going to win the Spanish GP around Aragon. Fantastic. And we're just going to check who came second, I wonder. And it was Marquez, and I think that was well deserved. I mean, he did lead the race for a large chunk of that race, and that was extremely tough. I made so many errors, but the medium tyres came good in the end, because I reckon if I was on the soft, they would have worn down, and I reckon I would have come off at some point. So that was a good choice. Now that KTM's not feeling too bad. We've only had a couple of races on it now, starting to settle in on it, and it's pretty decent. I mean, we didn't change the settings on the bike, and it was okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. Right, we're coming towards the end of this Moto2 season. Now I do think it's time to choose what GP bike we use in this rider career. Now let's try and use a bike that we haven't used in the managerial career, so get your votes in, and thank you so much for the support on this series, guys. Please hit that like button, and I will see you soon for some more MotoGP 17 here on this channel. Thank you guys, and goodbye.